Hey everybody, it's Party Elite, welcoming you back to another episode of our Planet Zoo franchise mode Let's Play, diving right back into Elite Zoo North with a more regular episode after that Sunday special or Sunday surprise or whatever it is we end up calling it. Seems like y'all enjoyed that episode, so that's great to see. I might do more of that. I've seen all of your comments with regards to how you like the format, how it was nice to see something get done with an extra episode. So I might try to repeat that in the future with more, Sunday specials, or again, let's call them Sunday specials. Why not? But obviously we have to keep in mind the time it does take. Like that was a whole 3 hours of recording, so I don't know if that's something I can repeat very often. But it was nice to make a lot of progress at the tavern, which we will be capping off today with a roof and stuff. I've seen all your suggestions again. Got some ideas that I'm going to integrate. But yeah, there's a lot to get done today. And as I dive into it, because we are going to dive into it full force, there's very little time to waste. I want to mention, as always, folks, if you've been enjoying the series and you'd like to see it continue, make sure you let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. Again, I look at the number of likes and comments to get a quick understanding of people's interest levels in, on various series. But I also read through all the comments, because you guys give me feedback, you give me ideas, suggestions, and again, it's just a joy to read through. So let's get started. First things first, many of you pointed out that there were a couple of paths that I may have disconnected here. I'm pretty sure this connection still, oh, you know what? No, it doesn't exist. Yeah, see, this is, again, one of the reasons why I read through all the comments is a lot of the times it's very easy to miss simple things, like how this path is no longer connected. So I'm going to have to make an adjustment over here, make sure this path can be connected. Obstructed, are you? Okay. This is going to be... I'll time-lapse this if it ends up taking too long. Let's go ahead and... What do we want to do here? Can I move you guys out? Let's go... If I delete this, right? And go ahead and move you back a little bit. Move these guys. Open up the space a little bit. That might be all I need to do here. Move you back up as well. See if that does the trick. Guest gate. No, you do not like this space. Well, it might be because that path is still there. All right. Thank God no one's in there right now, because otherwise we would have probably been losing some customers. Evidently, when you delete the path, they don't just leave and come back. They actually get refunds as well. So we'll see how that works out. All right, so that seems to connect on that side. But what about this side? I need to connect on this side as well. Go ahead and check our pathing here. Terrain modification failed. If I try to flatten it, it's not going to work either. All right, well, let's see. I wish it would give me some more details about what's going on. Again, I'm hoping this is going to be quick and that I don't have to time-lapse this, because that's just time saved on the edit. Go ahead and move these out of the way. Move you out of the way as well. Some of you have pointed out as well that I might need to actually redo some of the lighting, because it's some of them aren't facing the right way. We'll do that again. We'll do that in a time lapse, probably separately. Like, why won't you work here? You won't work anywhere over here. It just doesn't want to connect to this. Oh, unless it's all the way over here. No, even then. So this is when I don't understand the game anymore. Let's go ahead and move this entire barrier up, because I know it gets fidgety when there's a barrier nearby. So that might be what's causing the problem. Go ahead and just move you all the way up there. Are you kidding me? I did it on purpose. They're gonna rob me. They're gonna rob me. Come on now. Then they're gonna rob me again when I do it again, because I didn't move all the pieces. Whatever. We've got money. All right, let's do that. They're all right by the edge. You know what? I might actually not be able to put pathing below animals. We'll find out. There we go. Yeah, so it was the barrier that was causing the issue. Okay, so with that done, if I go ahead and build the habitat gate, the guest gate over here. There we go. Snap you right to the edge there. Yep. Do that. Go ahead and... Yeah. I'll fix these alerts. Go ahead and finish that barrier off with the chain link fence, I believe it is, right? Want to make sure it's all matching. Yeah, that's a chain link fence. But we also got to make sure that, of course, oops, all of this pulls right back out all the way to there. There we go. Problem solved. That should be all the animals unescaped, hopefully, once I hit play. But with this fix and one more thing to fix, I will be able to hit play. So this, yeah, this connection has been broken. So I need to fix that with a staff path over here. Okay, there we go. There we go. And of course, you're not going to work this way as well. Why would you? There we go. Perfect. Everything's reconnected over here. Again, thank y'all for pointing these things out. Because again, sometimes you get tunnel vision in the middle of recording and you miss out on some of these things. I do, at least. Happens every once in a while for me. Happens probably more often than I'd like to admit for me. Okay, let's go ahead and just adjust these because we've got a little bit of extra real estate here that we can use. Might as well give it to the tortoises. They deserve it. They're our big money makers. All right, there we go. That's good. And just to cap it off, let's go ahead and get you. Right. Go ahead and get... Not you. Not you. Wrong piece there. I guess, yeah, you. And pop you down over here. Oh, the pains I go through just to make things feel right. There we go. There we go. This thing's got to come to an end, right? Properly. There we go. Okay, great. So that's good. Let's go ahead and move you back over here. So the recycling bins evidently work when they're off the path, but many of you have pointed out, as I put this down on this side, I suppose, and hit play, many of you have pointed out that apparently the benches only work when, come on. Stealing all my money here. I guess they're being captured. Perhaps he's emergency captured. No, we're fine here. We're fine here. Yeah, so it's very possible that benches don't get used unless they're on the path. So I guess let's find out and see how that works out by moving some of these onto the path, because there's no point in having the benches if people aren't actually using the benches. Go ahead and fix that. Why are all these animals getting boxed up all of a sudden? Come on now. Important. Requires attention. Can't be you're thirsty. Can't be this. Oh, okay. I just have to cancel it. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Not a problem. So yeah. So again, no point of having benches if people aren't able to use them. So let's just check to make sure. Because you know what? I don't think people were using them. So hopefully we'll start seeing them use them immediately, and that way we'll have a confirmation that yes, they do in fact need to be on the path for them to be used. Because without a visual confirmation, we'll never know. Unless some of you know for fact, because the comment I saw was like, I don't think people can use benches unless they're on the path. If you know for fact, please let me know. I don't understand why the animals keep getting boxed up so often. Like, don't go to a place where you can't fit. Just don't do it. Don't do it. All right. I think that's good. I think that's all the benches that we added last time fixed up. All right, good stuff. Now what do we got over here? Power source is failing. Let's call a mechanic over here. These animals, you're thirsty. Well, you're... I mean, I guess I could put another water source down over here. There's so many sources of water there. Sure. Have another one. Again, I've got the money. Inspectors arriving in 24 months. I don't know if I ever saw their last report, actually. So let's take a quick peek at that. 4 stars. Spot fines paid. Oh, because the... God... Of course we did it when the inspector was here. Man. 10,000 though, that's a lot. All right. Overcrowding over here, so let's go ahead and make sure we get rid of the extra animal. Oh, this is what a tapir fight looks like. They just kind of wiggle their noses at each other. What have we got? 2 males? 2 males. You seem like the superior male, 1.9 years old. Oh, definitely. So let's go ahead and get rid of you. Send you to... Release you to the wild. Because they're a pretty endangered species. So yeah, let's go ahead and release you. And you obviously will not just be with your mum. I believe this would be your mother. Compare mates over here. Yep, it would be inbreeding. So let's get the mum gone over here, and hopefully we can get some with decent stats. Release you to the wild. Not too old or anything. Yep, perfect. Good age, actually. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a Baird's tapir. First things first. Ooh, has this become alphabetical now? I feel like it has. I feel like it didn't used to be. And we need a female, right? There we go. So let's go ahead. Ooh, I like this. Very expensive. And the genes didn't actually look that great. Oh, they were okay, minus the immunity. 1,800. That's almost half. That doesn't seem worth it. But these, oh my god, some of these are really bad. Some of these are really bad. You know what? Fine. Let's go ahead and get Etapoli. Save 700 conservation credits. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring you in. We got to get you into the quarantine first, obviously. We'll do that, and hopefully that'll raise the appeal of this this enclosure. Now, apart from that, I think ATMs are all fine. ATMs also need to be on the path, but I think they're all fine, so that's good. I don't recall having any ATM issues. And one more thing back over here at the entrance. First of all, Hot Dog Squad. Excellent name suggestion. Chili dog, because we're in a cold environment, and it's a chili dog. Beautiful. These ATMs aren't on the path, so let's go ahead and move these guys in. I hope we can take them off the path. Well, you know what? Okay, let's run an experiment. Let's put one of you off the path and keep one of you on the path. We'll see how it works. And apart from that, we do need some more benches over here as well, rightfully pointed out by y'all. Let's go ahead and get one here and one here. That should do the trick. Lots of good comfy seating in the front. Now, the cafe, unfortunately, isn't doing very well. Which is why I'm not going to put one in the tavern just yet. I agree it's a nice spot for a tavern, but it just hasn't done all that well for us. It's got 42 guests served, whereas Pipshot Smoothie, 91, Pipshot Juice, 66, and even 45 at the Hot Dog Squad. Oh, as I say that, of course, people arrive. I wish they could sell cold coffee, but I get why for gaming, for like mechanics reasons, they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to allow for that kind of mixing. They want separate vendors for separate, climates and stuff. Anyway, so apart from that, now the light facing thing is something I will check at some other time. But yes, it very much seems like I've got some of these lights facing the wrong way. For some reason, I just assumed that they would sort of be 360 degrees, but I guess they're not 360 degrees. I guess they're just in two ways. And what was that? Quarantine passed. Low welfare on a lot of these tortoises. I need to check on that. Move you up over here. What's the deal? Habitat is... Temperature's off. We've got heating. Put another one down over here. Is that one spot doing it? Oh, I guess we've got some cracks back over here as well. Aren't comfy for them. Go and put you down over there. Put you down over here. Warm up the walkways as well. Good to see people are using the toilet blocks too. All right, snow's melting away. On its ideal temperature. Oh, up over here. Okay. I was thinking if they walk in the area outside of the heat, then they immediately start to feel bad. Fine for alpha status is okay. Our new tapir has arrived. Hopefully you guys are fine now. Are you still hanging out in the snow? After all this heating has been added. Put you over here maybe. Get slowly increasing. And we'll keep an eye out on that. But yeah, so I guess I'll need to come in and adjust the lights and stuff at some point. At least it's just a matter of rotating them a step. And I guess finding all the offending lights, which seems to be all the ones over here. It's weird. It totally looked like they were lighting in all directions, but I guess I'm just crazy. All right. All these lights are fine. They're a different kind of light. And these ones as well. It's too bad you can't like select a bunch and then just rotate them together. And what I could do is, if I'm feeling really lazy, is I could select all of these and delete them and replace and just duplicate the ones on the left side. But I should be doing this in a time lapse. I'm sorry. All right, sorry. It's just real quick. It's real quick, folks. Bear with me, and then I'll stop touching the lights. I'll mess with them later because I do have either one massive time-lapse plan for the day or multiple small ones. Anyway, that is all I'm doing with the lights. Let's go up over here real quick, add a couple of heaters, because God knows we need it. And let's add some exhibit animals, because otherwise what was the point? Go ahead and duplicate you and push you over to this side. And let's get you... Well, actually, let's go ahead and get you... like, over here. Crash right to the edge there. Hopefully that'll heat this entire area up. Yeah, excellent. And... oh, wow. Oh, no, that's just the snow leaving. It's not good enough for me. Check our temperatures. Yeah, this corner still needs some help, and that corner... okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to duplicate you. We're going to put you among this area, or in this area, not among. As if, you know, the heat was actually coming from the fireplace. And, you know, it looks pretty neat. Looks pretty neat. But I think we could probably add some more. We could probably add some more. No, get rid of you. Come on now. There we go. Just make it look like a better, slightly better fire, I think. There we go. Give it some more dimension. Cool. Actually really happy with how this looks. Didn't think it was going to work that well, because for the whole time lapse, again, it was all paused. So I was like, I don't know how this is going to look, but hopefully it'll look good. Go to you. Neat. Neat. Yeah, it's a nice little warm corner over there. Some seating, and of course, the exhibit animals. So, many of you had many suggestions for the exhibit animals as to what we can use, and sorry, getting distracted again. So, every once in a while, I will, of course, get distracted. I've seen this mentioned a couple times. Yeah, I get onto a task, and then I lose focus, but sometimes it has to happen when an important notification comes up, like this one. So, incorrect ratio among who? Pronghorn antelope. Wow, well, we've got a lot of them, too. So we've got way too many males, it seems. Oliver. Okay, let's see. Zoo animals. Take a look at our pronghorn antelopes. We gotta rename these guys as well. Let's go ahead and make you mom and make you dad. All right. Pronghorn antelopes, where are you? So we've got Oliver, James. Which one are you supposed to be the dad? Did I not label the father? Yvette is getting old. He's going to pass away soon. James is probably the current father, whose genes are pretty solid. So James is going to be able to stay dad. Oliver, we could release you into the wild. Emerson, oh, he's got good genes too. Let's see, 83, 75, 166. 83, 75, 166. See, Oliver's not the best. He's not as good, but he's younger. Though James isn't quite ready to go yet. Sorry, not Oliver. Hemison. Hemison is same age. Let's go ahead and release Oliver into the wild. Or I guess I could try and get some conservation credits off of him. Alright, let's go ahead and see pronghorn antelopes, how much you go for. They're decent genes, they're not bad genes. Let's see. I could probably go for like a couple hundred. Sure, a couple hundred, why not? Animal storage, let's get you traded out. I'd say for, come on, for 200 is safe. Also, by the way, many of you bring up the polar bears often. I cannot trade them all out because we've got a baby. And when you have a baby, when you've got a juvenile, you can't actually trade them out. So, kind of stuck with them for now. It's okay, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. And actually, on the topic of the mom and dad iguana, I need to make sure that there's a wall separating these two animals. I do not think the reptiles like being able to see each other. Being able to see each other might cause a reptile dysfunction. Oh, man. Okay, so let's get a 3D facade over here. And let's get one over here as well. Might as well match it. Where are we? Window 3, yep. Beauty facade for you as well. Cool. So now it feels like they're a bit more separated, and for some reason the camera is stuck here. Okay. Oh, come on. Come on, game. What are you doing to me? Okay. Seems I now have to quit and restart the game because this doesn't want to work anymore. Be right back. All right, movie magic. We're back. Camera's working properly. All right, so yeah, the facade should hopefully stop these animals from freaking each other out, which would be nice. Now, all right, over here, let's go ahead back to the original task. It gets so like messy over here when it rains. It's okay. Once we get the roofing done, we'll be in a good position. We'll be in a good position. So, thank you, first of all of you that were suggesting which animals we can fit in this area. So I've got a couple of ideas, a couple of suggestions, and we've only got 4 spots down here, but I might add some more to the roof as well. So let's start with down over here. So we can get the... Oh no, this is not at all in order. We can get the Goliath Bird Eater. We can get the Amazonian Giant Centipede. We're able to also get the Lesser Antillean Iguana. Antillean? Yeah, Antillean. We've got the Yellow Anaconda as an option as well, if I can find you. There we go. Brazilian Salmon Pink Tarantula. And Layman's Poison Frog. Oh, and the Titan Beetle. So these are evidently all animals that work in this region, which is great. So I wouldn't mind getting... I guess not everything's available right now. Wouldn't mind getting the poison frog and some snakes in here. Well, we can only get the one snake, the Titan Beetle. It'll be a bit of variety in here. So let's see. Let's see. Decent quality giant centipede. Ooh, centipede make me shudder as well. Go ahead and adopt Marco over here. Get the centipede over here. And you know what? I think I need to pause it because these guys are going to start getting upset real quickly unless I'm able to. Yeah, okay, I can do this. Go ahead and up the temperature a little bit. Fine over here. We're just going to click to make sure it registers that I've changed it. Gotta get you a little bit higher. All right, so that's good. Marco, you're the father. And then we've got, of course, our mum as well. There we go. That should be good. We'll start researching them soon as well. So let's see, that's the centipede done. Yeah, we got work zones and everything. All right. Go ahead and get our work zones. This is America's West. Get y'all picked and put in here. There we go. Yeah. Done. All right, back to exhibit trading. So that was our, what was it? That was our centipedes done. So let's go ahead and uncheck the centipede so we don't confuse ourselves. Lots of Titan Beetle options as well. I just want to check something here. Go to the Titan Beetle. Goliath Bird Eater is closer to the area. Titan Beetle with a T. That's also in the right area. All right, cool. Just trying to make the areas match between the downstairs and the upstairs. Maybe getting a little too particular. I don't know. Maybe that's half the fun. Go ahead and get you. We've got our male Titan Beetle. Now we need our female Titan Beetle. See which one is... They're both fine in their own ways. Let's get Felicia in here. Bring you in there. They all look the same. So that's our Titan Beetles done. And yes, I will be covering the gap between them. Make sure that your climate is appropriate as well. Drop your humidity a bit. That should do the trick. Up a little bit higher. 27 should be fine, looks like. And let's go ahead and close window number 2. Take it through the facade. Yeah, we're good there. Over here, we should be closing window number 3. 2? 4. Of course, it's not number 4. Of course, it's the last one I checked. Yeah, there we go. And let's also close, actually, on this one, that window. Because otherwise you're looking at the side of a store, and I never like that. All right, then over here, just check again. So the lesser Antillean iguana. Why can't I? Of course I can't. Of course I can't. Just click on the View Zoopedia entry. KL, lesser Antillean. Oh yeah, we're in the area as well. Such a biodiverse and vibrant part of the world. Do you want a frog down here or do you want a snake down here? Put snakes and spiders together. Let's see. We've got... What have we got? We got a beetle. We got a centipede. Let's get spiders. Beetle, centipede. Goliath, bird eater. We only have the females as options right now. Get one of you in here. Climate set right. I think 24 is right. Let's make sure that this is also set right. You gotta be a little bit higher. There we go. Okay, good stuff. Gotta get the windows closed. Window 2. 3D facade. Come on. 3D facade. And then window 4 as well. Yep. 3D facade. Cool. That's that. And then over here, I would like to get the frog. Again, only a female available right now. That's fine. And then up top, we'll get the snake and the iguana. So it's like more kind of reptilian up top and more creepy crawly down here. So yeah, we still need to get... Oh, we still have the pink tarantula as well. Maybe that can go somewhere else. Maybe that can go somewhere else. How do I... Where are you? Get rid of you. Okay, there we go. So we just gotta wait for some males over here. And the second floor is... it's definitely gonna happen now. Let's do that. Wow, y'all like it really humid, don't you? Okay, people are coming through. We need education boards still. Oh, you gotta come to the one where they're upset right now. Why? 2, and that's the only one that needs a facade. Cool. Go ahead and get ourselves... Get to see people coming through already. At least there's that. Education, please. Get you down like so. Come on now. Go. One over there. One over there. Over here on the flip side. One over here. And one over here. Cool. That should hopefully do the trick. I think I'll need to get the speakers as well. Speakers tend to really pull the donations out. I believe this was the bird eater. Yep. And then this leaves the poison frog. Yvetcha is about to die of old age. About time, I suppose. We could. Still the incorrect set. Oh, man, come on. Okay, well, Yvetcha is about to die. Yvetcha has died. Well, down she goes. Just having a snack as she passes away, I suppose. I guess, you know, it's good to go doing what you love. I assume she loved eating. But that leaves us with the unfortunate problem of ratios and inbreeding. Oliver's still in the trade center. Got a lot of baby boys in here. I hate when the names don't appear fully over here. So, first of all, before I forget, let's go ahead and call a vet over here. Need to get you out of here. Let's take a look at our animals. Let's take a look at... Alright, first of all, y'all need to go to the trade center. Should have done it. Should have just collected everyone first. Because I'm sure we have. Okay, so you're already in the trade center. You need to go to the trade center as well. These tortoises are nowhere near becoming adults. Good for them. No other babies, it looks like. Yeah, no other babies. Oh no, there we go. Some New Mexican red knee tarantulas. And a new diamond rattleback snake. Cool. We go to the trade center. Let's go ahead and just select all, quick trade. It's another 5 grand made just like that. Beautiful. It's a pretty high quality specimen in that selection as well. Now, over here, we have to be very particular about how they breed So James is still the father. Still has some time left in him. This is all inbreeding, isn't it? It's all inbreeding. I wish I could select... or sorry, I should do it like this. So, Emma and Bennu would be inbreeding. I feel like we should just trade the males out and start over. Like with a new male in charge of the group. Pretty sure we can do it. Some good quality males out there. Great quality males out there. Let's see, 500. 400, wow. 300 over here. You know what? Let's go with Suthley. Okay, let's adopt Suthley. Get you into quarantine first. And if we go back to our zoo over here, select the pronghorn antelope male adults and get rid of them. That would be James, and we've got Hemison as well. Let's move James and Hemison. Gonna put X's down so that I remember that they're the ones who are supposed to be headed out. Yeah, James, Hemison. All the other males are fine. We want to make sure they're on contraceptives so they're not sleeping with their sisters. Oliver's in the trade center. He's being traded out. Suthley is the new father. He shouldn't be in the trade center. He should be in quarantine. Nonetheless, send these guys to trade centers. There we go. And the quarantine we've got. Suthley, I suppose, is probably being taken there right now. Fair enough. So, if we take a look at our storage here. Looks like they're out of storage. So, James, you're on the way out. Oliver, we were trying to trade you already. Go ahead and trade you here for, let's say, 200 as well. Let's try it. Let's try at 200. If it doesn't go, it doesn't go. And we'll try a different price. Decent genes. Let's trade you out too. Cool. So all three of these will hopefully get traded out if we're fortunate. And Suthley, yep, being checked in quarantine. It'll be done soon. All right, and while we're waiting for that to get done, let's go back over here and get some speakers down, I think. Where are we? Looking for facilities. Speaker's going to be kind of tough over here because of the range. Want to make sure there's minimal overlapping. Move you down over here. Keep you in the center because I'd like it to all be consistent. Let's do that, right? And I can do this over here. And you should be about Titan Beetle. Okay, people are using the vendor over here, so that's good to see. You should be about the Goliath Bird Eater. And you, over here, should be about the Poison Frog. Let me just quickly check to see if we've got male Poison Frogs available, because we've got a female already, right? Got a female already. We've got a male available. I'm going to adopt you and pop you in here. And then over here, the Bird Eater. We have a female already. Okay. Quarantine pass, ready to leave. Pretty smooth flow over there. But I do need to get our research going real quick. So vet research, let's get... this advanced research has been going on for so long. Let's swap it out and get some other stuff done here. To make sure these animals are happy. Okay. That's not even all of them. We have... What do we have left? We still have to research the giant centipede. Right, Suthley's arrived over here. Bred new species. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, feeling pretty good with some of this. Pretty crowded. I think I could have sworn we hit 2K at one point. Could have sworn we hit 2K. Let's see. Massive refunds. I'm guessing that's because of when the animals escaped. Air quotes around the word escaped. Well, that's fine. Hopefully it doesn't go much higher than that. Happiness overall is pretty solid. Hunger and thirst still issues, but I think a big cause for that is actually not having anything in the top right corner over here. Or over here, rather. which is something we'll fix soon when we progress around this corner over here. But that's for later. Let me just do one last thing down over here before we go into our time lapses. The reason why I can't time lapse this is because it's a visual effect thing. Go ahead and delete some of these. And some of you suggested a slightly different way of pulling this off. So let's see if we can't do this. Fountain. No, it needs to be a large jet, I think. No. Why am I not getting a nice big arc? You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm not getting a nice big spitting fountain here. Like, if I put it down... Yeah, no, it's a small little splash. Fountain jets. That's just more splashing. Oh, there we go. Alright. Don't want a large one. Do I want a medium one? Yeah, okay, let's do a medium one. Put you down. Not like so, but... Let's see. There we go. This will look a lot better. So again, this I can't do while paused. Something like that. Nope. Something like this. Go with that. Alright. Tuck you in a little bit. Push you out. There we go. There we go. So that feels a lot more appropriate, I think. 1. And 2. That definitely feels a lot more real as well. Though, you know what? I don't quite like how much it's like spraying out. There we go. That's better. There we go. That's much better. A little bit lower, perhaps. Nice. So again, things like this we can't really time lapse because I'm stuck in place. I hope y'all don't mind. There we go. Stick you out a little bit more. Very nice. Very nice. And let's go ahead and get some over here as well. Alright, let's just rotate you a little bit. Lean you forward ever so slightly and tuck you in over here. Just imagine walking around watching all this water get sprayed around everywhere. It's like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? There we go. Gotta tuck you in a little bit more. Pull you down a little bit more. And just gotta make it feel a bit more like it actually is a waterfall, maybe. There we go. Smoke and mirrors, baby. Smoke and mirrors. And I suppose water in this case. There we go. A little bit higher, maybe. Stick you out a bit more. That's a little too much, I suppose. Getting there. We're getting there. Nice. Done. That feels a lot better. I wish you could filter what you select. There we go. Move you over a bit. I think that's better. Cool. Very nice. Now, one last thing I want to check with lights, folks. One last thing. Promise. Well, actually, it's not the right time of day, so we're not going to check. Oh, that looks so much better, and you can actually see it from a distance. That looks so much better. Can I select you and make you a little bit denser? Yeah, play a little bit higher. There we go. There we go. Oh, and some of you were asking why I didn't put education boards on this side as well as this side, or why I don't put some like exhibits or something over there. It's because I don't want the entrance to get too clogged either. That's something I have to be wary of as well, is the entrance getting too clogged up, because then people might get stuck on their way in, and that would not be ideal. Whoops. To select you and duplicate you. There we go. There we go. That's looking a lot better than the waterfalls. That's looking a lot better than the waterfalls. I mean, the waterfalls look good too, but this just looks denser, and you can see it from a distance. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, looks like the sun's about to set. You know what, though? I think we still have enough light to work with over here. Looks bright enough to work? I think so. All right, so what have we got going on real quick? I just want to check. People are coming all the way over here. They are It's a little baby pronghorn antelope. They're coming over here. They're enjoying the animals. They are visiting the information center. They've started to make some money over here. Over here, we're getting guests as well. No vendor over here, unfortunately, but overall, it's good. People seem to be purchasing things. They seem to be eating. Let's go ahead and move some of these things over this side. Move you over here before I work on anything else. Again, I just don't want a giant mess. We can duplicate. Actually, you know, let's go ahead and move you. Of course, you're not going to want to. Okay, fine. Duplicate you over here, though. Sometimes I wish the game would allow you to be just a bit more particular about certain things. There, let's do that. And hopefully that'll allow for people to have enough money when they come in here. Hopefully. People seem to be enjoying the space. All right, so there's a lot to do. And we've got a lot of money. That's the other benefit of having a ton of money is I don't worry about a long time lapse. Let me just really quickly check over here. Guest needs. Happiness is still a bit of an issue. Now, what's the negative impact? We have some litter over here. Yeah, litter over here. A little bit of litter over here, but no one's really going up there right now. Okay, so this litter over here is all that seems to be the issue. Okay, where is our closest caretaker? Why are y'all just kind of chilling over here together? They're both going to the bin. Maybe they'll clean this up soon enough. Hopefully. Or I get another caretaker, let's see. Why, when I'm paying attention to this, why not just do it, right? Resting. Resting. Nonsense. Dolores, you're fine. Went to bin. I mean, everyone seems to be up to something, except for you. You don't seem to be up to anything. Go ahead and drop you down right over here. That should solve that problem. Cool. All right, so that's that taken care of, hopefully. Guest needs happiness. Yeah, okay, you know, let's let time move forward, and let's just check what's going on with happiness over here. Litter or rubbish. We need an umbrella. We should buy one. Why sell them? I guess I can make the toilets free. It would make more people happier. Yeah, see, the litter over here is a big problem. And there's not much I can do about the clogging over here, unfortunately, because these, the habitat entrances can only be so big. All right, energy level. Energy looks good across the board. Yeah, energy looks great across the board. Couple issues here and there, but there's not much I can do about that. Yeah, see, so they were just sitting. Now they stood up and now they're moving around again, so that's good. So energy's good. Hunger. Hunger, we seem to be okay. Up over here, there are some issues. Up over here. You've just gone through the underground area. Up front, hunger issues, really. Really? You're right by so much food. These guys are about to eat, but they're hungry and thirsty as well. There's spots over here, guys. Come on now. Thirst is a big issue still. That's kind of shocking, I'll be honest, considering how many places I've put down to get drinks and stuff. And the toilet, we're good down here. We're pretty good across the board, actually. I feel like the only people who are unhappy because of toilet needs are the people who are... what's the word I'm looking for? Are the people who aren't willing to pay. All right, so sorry. One thing I wanted to check over here, folks, was... Since the time of day has kind of worked out, I wanted to see how this might look. Really nice is the answer to that question. Really nice is the answer to that question. And if I make you, let's say, a nice red. I mean, that's just beautiful. Get you down over here. Make sure you're facing the right direction. Like so. There we go. Oh yeah, that's quite the entrance. That's quite the entrance. But yeah, so these lights are now facing not all the right direction, but most of them are. It doesn't really make a difference because the lighting actually does spread in 360 degrees, so it doesn't really make a difference which way the lights are facing. Anyway, sorry. not letting myself get distracted there. I do want to see though in this light how oh yeah, this is looking great. This is looking great. You know what though? These things I feel like need to all be swapped out for the light. Well, the big ones at least. Big ones at least. The small ones, you don't get those lights in the smaller size. But this is looking great. I'm liking this. Get you over there. Let's get you over here. That's awesome. That's awesome. And it's got the right feel to it as well. And, oh, look at that. It's so nice and like pretty and warm looking over here. Oh, I'm very happy with how this has turned out. And these lights are also not bad. I can maybe add some more the corner over here. Got to get you fitting that aesthetic over here. Oh, guys. All right. Just real quick, we're going to hit play so the sun can come up. And as we're waiting for the time to switch, we'll turn these lights into the right orange over here. And then we can get into our time lapse. All right. Of course, I have to do you individually, don't I? See, it's little things like that that this game just doesn't get right, in my opinion. Granted, I should have noticed sooner, but orange is really nice. It creates that right look. Now, as I'm actually doing this, I want to mention real quick. So a lot of you pointed out that the facade of this tavern doesn't look very, quote-unquote, North American. It looks very, quote, European style. There are actually a lot of buildings, at least still in Toronto, and I'm sure in the older parts of America as well. And by older parts, I mean colonial-era parts, that very much still have that aesthetic. And in Toronto, at least, we have a lot of facade preservation that happens. So new buildings are forced to keep the facade of a building, but they can do whatever they want on the inside of the building. And I like that. I think it's important to preserve the beautiful architectural styles of the past. So it's not uncommon. And in fact, one of the places that used to be my favorite pub in Toronto had a facade like this. So yeah, just thought I'd make a quick note about that. Wadsworth has joined a pack. Is that because you've become an adult now? No. Oh no, we had new pups. You literally fighting over a woman, like in a most literal sense. Yep. Oh, we just had a lot of new puppies. Gonna wait for the rain to dissipate before we can dive back in. All right, looks like we got one of our antelopes traded out, so that's good. Sorry, this is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for our animals list over here. Got some new babies. Yes, we do. These tortoises will take forever to age. Especially with our new slowdown. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of you guys as well. And I believe we can maybe get rid of some of these peafowl too. We got too many of them. Got too many of them. Keep the mom and the dad. They're the right age. Everyone else can stay. Yeah, look at this giant pack we have. And oh my god, these beetles. Did I not name the mother and father? I guess not. I should really do that soon. Okay, let's send all of you... Right, because we're mixing animal types. There we go. Send to the trade center. And back to this list over here. Let's make sure that our beetles are properly marked. Where are you? Raphael, you are the father. I need to move you back. In here, which one was the Beatles again? This one was the Beatles? 193, yep. And Manuel needs to go to the trade center. And Belicia is the mom. There we go. There we go, okay, done. Oh, why is happiness so low? That's weird. Happened out of nowhere. That was a sudden drop out of nowhere. Make another 6K over here, though. And let me just quickly check to see, what were we missing? We were missing a male Goliath bird eater, which we have available now. Bring you in here. I believe that's all we were missing. Letitia is the mother. And Fernando is going to be the father. I should use future tense. Shouldn't be making assumptions over here. All right, very crowded over here. Why did happiness take a hit like that? Oh my god, the litter over here is a serious problem. Oh no, it's not the litter. It's this vandalism. There we go. That should solve that problem, I imagine. It'll take some time to recover, obviously, because all those guests now are going to be unhappy for a bit. Bin is... oh, dirty. Okay. Okay. Surely we have a caretaker somewhere nearby. Sun's up, so I only have so much time to do this before I need to focus on my time lapses. This is a mess. But again, there's really nothing I can do about it because the entrances are only so wide. So there's really nothing I can do about it. Alright, where is the closest caretaker? You. Going to bin. Alright, guess we gotta do this the old-fashioned way. Commuting, working, emptying bin, wandering. There we go. Pop you right down over here. I'm pretty sure you don't have a work zone, right? Yeah, no work zone. I find no work zone works better because A, I can just pull them around like this, and B, they are quick to I think they're quicker to get work done. All right. Gotta get all of you out of there as well. Sure, just release them. They're not in danger or anything, but it's a quick conservation credit buck, so to speak. All right, I would really like the rain to stop. There's not much else I can keep doing over here. I'm trying to figure out what I can do to alleviate some of this. Again, like I said, the entrance only allows one width. That research complete over here. How much should we complete? A lot of stuff? Yep. So, while we wait for the rain to dissipate, this is going to be a slightly longer episode, isn't it? Well, longer than an hour at least. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I did not mean to pop that balloon. No. Layout over here. Let's go ahead and add some fun stuff for you. There we go. What about over here? Add some fun stuff for you as well. I guess you like leaves. All right, and over here. Sure. They'll do a bit more research before they'll be happy. Yeah, happiness is still in the pits thanks to that one little piece of vandalism. Oh, I thought we have security coverage over here. Oh, you know what? No, that's just outside of our security coverage. Just outside of our security coverage. Guess I could put an eye up on the canopy over here. That should cover us a little bit. Or I could put it up on the tree over here. That'll cover us a bit better. Kind of really low, but whatever does the trick. Whatever does the trick. I should probably put one down over here as well. Put one right over here. Put one... the center over here, I suppose I could. Is this good coverage? And I mean, I guess I need another one. That's not good enough. Put one right here. Cool. All right. That's that, folks. Rain has stopped. Sun is up. It's time to get to time-lapsing. Lots to do. Not going to spend time talking about doing it. Just going to start doing it. Like I said, folks, there's lots to do. We hop around a little bit, but we get a lot done. I'm really happy about this time lapse, actually, and I hope you guys are too. So first things first, many of you pointed out in the comments 2 episodes ago that this canopy, while it might look interesting, doesn't really follow the laws of physics. Now in my head, well, they were like counterweights and stuff in the ground on the other side holding it in place, but then someone mentioned that if a strong enough wind comes through, this could be a deadly hazard. And I was like, you know what? Fine. We're gonna fix this. So I decided to build some nice supports over here, and I had an idea in my mind as to what I wanted to execute. And thankfully, now that I've grown very familiar with these Arctic pieces, I actually managed to get that idea executed almost exactly how I had it in mind. That always feels good when you start getting used to the pieces. So again, sticking to that whole Arctic theme and Arctic wood coloration and stuff like that, but also ensuring that we keep our lighting integrated into all the moves that we make moving forward so that we don't have to, waste time in the future. I go ahead and build this kind of arc sort of a pattern, and I start replicating it over and over. Again, nothing too complicated, but it does add some structural support to this this canopy area, and I think it looks interesting as well. I think if you're looking at it from the other side, there's an interesting shape going on, there's some interesting angles going on, and there's some interesting colors as well. So hopefully you guys like this. I think it works really nicely actually, and it's a custom piece, and I always like making custom pieces rather than relying on pre-existing game pieces. Really, I am really quite happy with how that turned out, even looking at it now in hindsight. But the next big thing to take care of, and this is the big thing to take care of, the roof of the tavern. Lots of great suggestions in that Sunday special, Sunday surprise. What am I calling it again? I forget now. Lots of suggestions in that Sunday episode, and many suggestions way back when we first built the tavern as well. And I'm going to try and integrate as much of that as possible. So first things first, we build an actual path so people can come up over here. And then we start duplicating some of the flooring elements so we can tile that and create the floor. Now, there's going to be a lot up top over here, so I'm not too worried about tiling because of how much of texture breaking we're going to have with all the extra elements we'll be building. You can see I'm just kind of trying to get everything to fit properly and will not snap, but feel like it snaps. Now here you can see a bit of a failed experiment. I was hoping so basically there's another 4 exhibits that we can put in this area and it would fit the region. And I was hoping to put it at the edge over here so people would walk out all the way to the edge and we'd see them walking by the edge. But unfortunately, as you can see, the shapes don't really work very nicely. I can't really create a nice symmetry or anything over here. Not a very big fan of how this was looking, especially at that far edge over there. You can see I kind of struggled to make it work however possible, but it just wasn't cooperating. But you can't score if you don't shoot, so I kept trying to shoot and score with this method. It just wasn't working. And even over here, for some reason, along the curve, the exhibit didn't want to actually build a path. So we got rid of that. I'm pretty sure that was the last time I tried that. Yep. Moving on, going to implement it how I'd originally planned to implement it anyway, so, no love lost, no hard feelings or anything like that. Here you can see I am extending our canopy over the path a little bit because back over here, we're going to make a bit of a rooftop garden. This was a suggestion that's come up multiple times, and it's something that I wanted to do as well. It's really nice to have sort of like a, what's the word? When you go to a bar, you go outside with your drink at the patio. There we go. It's sort of like a rooftop patio. Sorry, blank there for a second. And I really like the idea of a rooftop patio over here with some nice greenery and whatnot. So for example, if it's sunny and you want to enjoy the weather, you come up top, you grab your drink or your food or whatever it might be, and you come up over here to relax. Whereas if it's raining, underneath this canopy, there's plenty of seating as well as a fireplace. Really happy with this tavern as a whole. I feel like I'm building a tavern rather than a zoo. This will be the last episode, at least a long while dealing with this tavern. I'm done working on this tavern. There's other things. There's an actual zoo to run over here. I apologize for how much time we've spent in this one structure. I've definitely learned a lesson as far as making this content, which is be a bit more wary about these extremely large building projects, because that's not maybe what everybody wants to see. But again, as always, leave your feedback in the comments down below. I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what I should actually, watch out for, because it helps me make those important decisions. So you can see building some fencing over here, again, using the East Asia elements because I liked the shapes and I can change the color to what I want it to be to give us a bit more of a, color variation, and building that. And then down over here, I looked for a yellow colored plant that I could use by the beer mug sculpture, but unfortunately there wasn't anything that looked quite right. It was a suggestion to, rather than have purple over there, have it yellow so it kind of matches from a color perspective. I like the suggestion, but there's nothing I can do with plants that are from the correct biome. That's an important thing that I've been trying to keep in mind as much as possible, is the biome. So here you can see just adding the same kind of purple and light yellow green, lime green, I suppose, up top. I think it looks really nice, actually. I'm quite satisfied with that. And then finally getting these exhibits in. So again, there are 4 that we can do based on what I saw in the comments. So thank you again, just helping get my head in the game sometimes. This is really helpful. So there's 4 we can do. So I decided to pop them down and spread them out kind of nicely. We want people to come up here and spread. I want to see people active up on this second floor, because otherwise this has all been for naught, obviously. Now over here, of course, we get to the edge, and this is where things become a little tricky, and this is where things start to eat more time than I was expecting, because we have to, of course, seal this stuff off properly, and we have to get a second floor as far as the walls are concerned as well. You can see I adjust the flooring as well to try and match the angle of the tavern itself. Lots of little nudging and adjusting, because otherwise you get those weird spots that are just like sticking out awkwardly and doesn't make any sense. And also trying to make things look like they're actually physically plausible or possible. Nonetheless, take a break from that for a quick second, and down over here we add a bit more greenery to the tavern's interior itself. This was another thing that was suggested, and I do agree it would be nice to have some color variation and some more, vibrance down over here, so it's not all just brown and the green of like the felt. Though the fireplace does give a very nice, warm, kind of homey feel. And here as well, since I didn't take the rooftop all the way to the end, I decided we'll just extend the beams over here because it looked nice, and it gave us those columns I like because they give us the lights as well. And that allows me to kind of line everything up nicely and create a nice, just, again, break in the structure, so it's not just this wide open space. Then covering up the toilet, because we don't have a roof over top of it, covering it up a little differently. And you can see it's all starting to come together pretty nicely, actually. We now move on to a next big structure, and this was a suggestion that came in to the comments. I'll give more details on it when we actually get to the giveaway part, like the part that gives it away, I mean. And it was just something to try and break the top of the roof, and I like the idea a lot, and I'm going to use that as a reference. Another thing I do over here is I make the roof super steep. Many of you were giving me references. I forget the name of it, and I would butcher the pronunciation anyway. There were references to a German style of architecture. There was references to more English styles as well. But yes, I'm looking very much at like, Tudor, medieval European kind of aesthetic over here. It's a tavern, right? That word evokes that feeling, in my opinion, at least. So trying to nail that look. So getting that really steep roof, and then getting the walls replicated as well, because this is a second floor. So you can see it's kind of struggling over here a little bit with the chimney, but still very happy with the chimney. And in fact, we will add VFX later on in the episode to the chimney as well, and I really like how it looks after it comes together. Now here you can see as I'm duplicating the wall over, I come across a very blatant issue, which is that our exhibits are hanging over the edge of the tavern, and that's obviously unacceptable. It's happening down here as well. I need to figure out a way to fix it at the bottom over here. For now, I've decided, you know what, it's not as important. We'll leave it be for now at the bottom. Let's go ahead and work on what's next, because otherwise I'm just going to get stuck and we're never going to see any progress, and that's been a constant problem, as many of you have pointed out. I keep getting stuck in, and I'm trying to get better at that, I promise. It's just, it isn't done until it's done, is a big problem I had. In fact, it was funny, one of you mentioned in the comments last session, I believe it was, I see why now you'd spend so many late nights when you were working your full-time job. Yes, it's because I'm my own worst critic. I need things to be as perfect as possible, and every time I let something sit and not be perfect, it hurts. And then when people point out that I missed something that I didn't miss, but I chose to ignore, that kills me. Because in the back of my head, I'm like, I knew I should have fixed that. Anyway, enough of a rant about my own self over here. You can see, again, just extending this second story wall, a little bit of an outcropping up top over here. And again, we might do something fancy with it. I might make it like have an awning or something down the line. Didn't want to overcomplicate it right now, but I feel pretty good about that, the way it's laid out. And actually, now I think I don't end up sealing off the floor over there. Yeah, we'll do that some other time, whatever. Over here, I get the walls continuing to the side over here as well, and you can see, of course, I made a clearing there for the walkway, and then there's this gap over here that we just can't close off, and I realized that, rather than have the chimney and the other structure, whatever it might be, on the same side, it would actually make more sense, both from a functional perspective and from a solution perspective, to have this structure on this side. More on that in a bit. Just got to cap that hole in there, and I believe now is when I turn my attention to this structure over here, I think. Yes. So, first I try to figure out what's the roof going to look like, because it's going to stand out. I try to go for something with like shingles and whatnot. Shingles? That's the word, right? Yeah. Find something appropriate, make it a four-way facing kind of roof as much as possible, and to get the concrete walls back in here as well to create the actual wall. So this was a great suggestion that's been floating around for a couple of sections. It came up for the India section, and now it's come up for the tavern section, and I like it. I liked it at first, and I like it still, and I finally in my head had a vision for it, so I'm executing it. So right now, just building these little support structures to make sure that it looks like this is actually a legitimate building over here. And again, I really like how the concrete and the wood from the Arctic section look together. The coloration is just spot on. Big fan of it. But yeah, making some minor adjustments where things don't fit perfectly. And then going back in there, I think you can probably tell what it is by now. Maybe. Going back in here with, first I use the lights, but unfortunately the lights don't really work nicely. We don't have the right kind of a shape or anything. Now I need a cylinder. You can see I messed around with the lights there a little bit. But yeah, back to these geometric shapes. So first things first, get a cylinder up there, make this kind of pale yellow-white color. And then we need to get, of course, the small little pivot point around which the hands will be rotating. Yes, folks, this is a clock. And the time on the clock is 1:37. And if you can't figure out why, think about 1:37 p.m. on the 24-hour clock. Makes me... I'm pleased. Pleased as a peach. Pleased as a pumpkin. I'm pleased as all the P letter, fruits and vegetables you can think of. But yes, 1:37 p.m. is the constant time. I did take a look at some of the clock faces as well, but none of them really work nicely. And here you can see I'm messing around with fountains and stuff to see what I can do to create a border of some sort. Ultimately, I end up going with this piece from the India collection, which if I stick it out just enough, it actually feels like a fancier watch, I guess. I don't know. I was desperate. I wanted to do something. I didn't like how it just looked plain with a white cylinder, so I go in there and I make that adjustment. And I'm pretty happy with it. I might, in hindsight, change the color of the actual hands of the clock, but otherwise, pretty happy with that. And we do a little bit more work to it as well in just a moment. But you can see first things first is I think we finish off the roof and we build these little support structures as well to make sure that roof has something to hold it up. Now, I could add more walls up over here as well to make it feel like it's walled up all the way, but we've left open air spaces in some other spots as well to let like fresh air through and all. So I was a little torn about what to do on that side, to let the light through and let the fresh air through. So I was a little torn about what to do there. I'll think about it. But again, we're not coming back to the tavern for a while yet. And you can see over here I'm messing around with some more roofing ideas and stuff. Decide to get rid of that, go in and pull some of these support structures in here. Again, I want it to feel legitimate, like physics actually exist in this world, but still felt like this was a little bare, so I decided to pull in a different roofing element at a different angle. And now it feels a lot better. And again, got to get those support structures in here, right? Got to make sure that it looks legitimate. Feeling a lot better about how that looks and feels. And of course, got to just cap off the edges over here, make sure it all comes together nicely. Looks like it's an actual building. I'm actually really happy with this. After struggling for so much time, I'm really happy that this has all come together. Now here you can see I'm going to change the time using the blueprint hack, let's call it. I'll explain that after the time lapse. And I'm going to set it to nighttime so I can do my lighting. And I know I spent a lot of time lighting 2 episodes ago, but I was doing that in real time, and I know that wasn't necessarily the most fun thing to watch. So we're doing it in a time lapse right now, driven first by the fact that I wanted this tower. Look at that. I really like how that looks. I'm such a fan. Anyway, so I like how that looks, and I had to get some more lighting done because now it's dark over here, and we can see it's dark over here. So I figured, well, since we're already up here and we're already in the night, let's go ahead and get some lights. Using orange and green, using the green for, I feel like reptile areas look nice with the green. And the warmth of that fireplace is just absolutely amazing. Here you can see, again, just messing around with some other elements. I want to get some red in here. It is a feeding area. It's an eating area, so a little bit of red will make a quick read for that. And you can see it actually glows quite bright, quite nicely. It looks almost like a neon sign, which I don't know if that's appropriate or not. But yeah, just adding some more of those little lights over there. Got to make sure that it's all nicely spread out. I experiment a little bit with lighting up over here as well, but it doesn't really make much of a difference, so I decided to save up on the costs there. And then I decided to start messing around with the spotlights. Now, some of y'all pointed out that if you make the lights darker, like the hue, you keep the same hue, but you reduce the brightness of the light, literally in terms of the brightness of the color, it'll be less bright. And I should know that. I've got RGB lights at home. That's how they work. So I should have known that. Thank you for pointing it out and making it blatantly obvious to me because now I can actually implement these spotlights and get them the right kind of like dimness and stuff. And so now you can see, yes, having set down some lights, having set it to late night, I figured let's just go in, let's get some lighting work done. And you can see, you go in, you adjust the light, you pick the right color, and then you just make it darker so that it doesn't, you know, blind you, basically. And then getting this really nice underlighting going for the trees, I think that gives a very nice glow. They've done a very good job of the lighting engine, absolutely. But you can see just how, I don't know, it looks cool. It looks almost ethereal. I really like it, and then I start getting carried away. I'm like, all right, let's light up all of these trees. Any of the trees that are within the power grid of ours, let's go ahead and light them up, even the ones in there. They're yellow trees, though, so the green doesn't have the same effect. I also wanted to make sure that the Grizzly Grove sign was lit up, and again, you can see dimming it a little bit, trying to fit it in between the bins. And over here as well, let's make sure that the bears are lit up as well. Not too much. I don't want to, you know, distract them. I don't want it to be uncomfortable. They should still have their dark spots, but for guests who are watching and viewing, they should be able to see them clearly at night as well. Now over here, you can see there's a bit of a blind spot for our power grid, so I'll add more stuff over there. But for now, feeling pretty happy with how all this has been coming together. There's some lighting up front. And that is, I believe, where we're going to cap off this time lapse. Lots of progress. We've completed the tavern and some lighting. Hope you liked it. All right, that was a massive, massive time lapse in terms of the time it took. It was almost 2 hours straight. Got a lot of work done, though. Made a lot of progress over here, made a lot of progress over there, did some lighting across the zoo, so hopefully y'all enjoyed that time lapse. You got to get some animals in here to make sure that people start actually meandering up top, but it's really cool to see the level of activity over here and how it looks at night. So just in case I didn't get to mention it in the time lapse, what you can do is if you select a couple objects, go into save blueprint mode, and then change the time, you can actually set the game to whatever time you want it to be, and you can see how all your lighting and everything looks. This was another hot tip provided by the comments, so thank you very much for that. But yeah, really liking how it looks at night, really liking how you know, the tower is lit up as well. Got some good lighting over there, good spotlighting as well, and even the trees. I really love how they're seemingly like glowing almost. Love that look. Very happy with our progress in that time lapse. Very happy with it. But there's one thing that I need to check real quick over here. If we go into blueprint and then turn it back into the daytime. Now let's make it noon. Let's get the sun straight above us, roughly. Again, the tilt of the Earth matters as well, but we're not going to get too technical over here. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to hit play. Wow, did we spend 20,000? Well, we did add a lot of facilities. So I wanted to hit play, right? Hopefully we'll start making money. The game's got to regenerate all of its paths and everything. People will hopefully start coming up here as soon as we get some of our exhibits, you know, activated up over here, which I think I'll do right now, actually. If the time will just start to move forward. There we go. So first things first, let's go ahead and make sure our staff has got this in its work zone. America's West has just blown up in terms of complexity. We've just added so many new enclosures and stuff to it. Hopefully we can keep up. So that's one thing I wanted to do. Another thing I wanted to do was I wanted to get some smoke in here. I mean, let's get some smoke, please. If I do the large smoke, I want to see how that looks. Yeah, you know what? That does the trick. Let's go ahead and pump you up that way. Beautiful. Beautiful. It actually looks like we've got a bit of... Yes! Oh, I love it. I love it. It looks like we've got smoke coming out of the fireplace. It could be a little bit denser, actually. And again, it's all fake, right, folks? We're not actually burning wood or anything. It's all smoke and mirrors. So don't worry. This tavern isn't going to catch fire, and everyone's not going to die. Look at that. Look at that. All right, let's make it a bit denser, even, I think. Can't believe I'm spending hundreds of dollars on just making this part of our zoo smokier. There we go. That feels good. That feels legit. All right, cool. So that's that. That's one thing I wanted to do. And then the other thing was I wanted to get more facilities. However, financially, we seem to be having some trouble over here. I don't know why we lost so much money. Getting a lot of refunds. I'm guessing that's, again, because of all those people that walked through that litter earlier. Never say never as far as losing all of your money is concerned. Yeah, see, we have a bunch of people unhappy over here. Did someone litter again? Yes. Very popular spot for littering, isn't it? Get you down in here. Come on, clean this up. There we go. This is a bit of a problem. Trying to figure out if we should maybe, you know what? As crowded as this area is, it seems we have to put something down there. And I really hope people are able to move through. It gets super congested over here. I need to maybe figure out what to do about this. Oh, there we go. Instant happiness. Instant happiness. Refunds should drop or stop, rather. And as that's happening, why don't we, since we've already bought the facilities, why don't we go ahead and purchase... let's go ahead and get some of you up over here, right? Put you down over here, I think. Just got to find the right animals, obviously. I want to get the education boards and stuff done first. More vet research completed. Excellent. I'm guessing that's for like a little bit for everything. Go ahead and place you over here. Go ahead and place the last one over here. And I might add multiples all around. I'll see what we have to do over there. But I also want to get the speakers up over here. And I wonder if I want to build covers for these ones as well. Maybe. I probably will, but you know, let's save that for some other time. I've spent so much time on this tavern over the last couple of episodes, and I do apologize for that. I know it can be really annoying when the same thing is done, or completion of a thing takes time, but I guess that's kind of where we've been stuck for the last little bit. Just trying to finish some of these things off. Trust me, folks, I am probably more eager than you to get the tigers in, especially. Remember, tigers are my favorite animals, so it pains me to have to not put them down for so long, but we really need to finish some of these elements that we've left hanging for so long. It's been really annoying, I think, for all of us. Many of you have been mentioning it a couple times that, you know, you want to see these things get finished. I don't disagree. So hopefully we can just get all that done before we get those tigers in. So the only thing left to finish off, I think. Rather, here's what we're going to do. We want to finish off the peacocks, the Moria Plaza, and then we will work on the tigers. Rather than do Yanasi Plains as well, I think that's what we'll do. Because otherwise, I mean, we could go on forever. And then again, I can maybe use some of those extra Sunday episodes or something to help pick up the pace a little bit. Y'all seem to like that, so I could do that. But for now, let's live in the present over here. What have we got down here? We've already got our centipede, the Titan Beetle, right? Goliath Bird Eater, and the Poison Frog. So we've got the Poison Frog, we've got the Bird Eater, we've got the Giant Centipede, and we had the Titan Beetle. Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes to make sure I don't double up on the wrong animals or something. So, if I take a look at exhibit trading, we should be able to purchase. We have the Golden Poison Frog selected. Done with you. Golden Poison Frog. There we go. So, we've got a couple options over here. Pick you up. Drop you in there. That was a female, so we need a male as well. Fernando, let's get you in here. If it's going to start getting real busy up over here. Got to get all this stuff done over here real quick. Make sure that these guys are happy. Alright, as that's going up, VIP guests have arrived. It's funny how I've just completely ignored the VIP guests this time around. There we go. We should be comfy at 29, I hope. Yep. This needs to be a bit higher, it seems. 87's good. Excellent. And Fernando, you will be the dad. So this is the Golden Poison Frog. Make sure we've got these things set to the right item, otherwise people will be upset. Rightfully so. Imagine being taught the wrong thing. Imagine watching your kid get taught the wrong thing. It's just like, excuse me, what are you doing at this zoo? Alright, so that is the Golden Poison Frog done. Now, we only have the one Antillean iguana available. Fair enough. We'll take you in for now. Oof, longevity's pretty low, but it is what it is. We just gotta get a replacement. I gotta keep in mind that we need a replacement lesser Antillean. Not a replacement, sorry, but a breeding pair. I need to remember that. And then down over here, let's make sure the climate's okay. Gotta reduce your humidity a bit. There we go. Drop you a bit more stuff. A little bit higher over here. Okay, go down to 28. That seems comfy. Okay, good stuff. So that's the... Well, I'm not done with them. So let's go ahead and get the... What, the bird eater and the anaconda. Sure, let's get the anaconda. Get you. You're a pretty good specimen over there. Let's get ourselves a male anaconda as well. Sure. Continue in here. Alright, and over here we gotta get a little bit hotter, a little bit more humid. That should do the trick. We gotta go in and take care of research as well. Gotta make sure that we're doing their research so that they stay happy for the layout stuff. Alright, labeled as dad, good stuff. And then what do we have left? The bird eater. Really? I didn't have the bird eater down below? I thought I did. I guess not. Oh yeah, I did. So if I've got that, what do I have left then? Oh, this Brazilian salmon pink tarantula. The Brazilian salmon pink tarantula. There we go. Alright, inspector has left. Oh dear. Bad timing maybe on my part. Send you in there. And let's go ahead and send you in there as well. Money is on its way back up, so that's good. And do that and set this so the game knows that we went in and adjusted it. Alright, so Jose, you are the dad here. People are coming up over here. This is fantastic. This is fantastic to see all these people coming up over here. Let's make sure these things are set properly as well. I don't think I set it for the anacondas either. There we go. Gotta set you to the anaconda. Thank you. We're here as well. Gotta set you to the anaconda. Where are we? Now, before we miss out on all this money that we should be making, let's make sure we've got some donation bins. Now, we should be able to... you know what? Actually, I think that's too far away. You over there. Maybe you'll collect from both. Put you over... Trying to snap to the bottom floor. Come on, game. You know what I want. There we go. Good to see as well that people can, in fact, walk over here. That's always something that makes me nervous about blocking, like, putting the pathing, like, covering the pathing. But it seems to be working. And once we get the trains back up and running, which should be soon, we'll get, I think, many more people coming over here and using the trains to generate us some income as well. Wow. All right. How do I feel about... Oh, this corner. You know what? Sorry. I seem to have forgotten about this corner. So let's just quickly seal it off. Like an actual staircase over here. There we go. And I'm going to have to get a second one just to seal off the edge there. Done. Easy. Easy. Go ahead and put you up over here. Right, up there. I just want to make sure this is completed. Right here, right now. There. I can even duplicate this thing. And try to just cap this off over here. There we go. There we go. Looks legit. I might need to adjust this ever so slightly though. There we go. And then let's duplicate you and flip you over to the other side as well. More step. There we go. I wish there was like a camera space gizmo that based on... Oh. That was based on where the camera was looking. Why are we all low welfare here? Is this too many of them? Let's see what the deal is over here. Social. Stress. They're getting stressed out. Is it because there's too many people in here? Or too many animals in here? Don't like these plants either. Get rid of them. I wonder if it's just all these people over here stressing them out. You're not stressed. You stressed out over here? Okay, seem to be de-stressing. You're not stressed back here. I think it's because of this massive crowd over here. And again, I just don't know what to do. This is such a popular enclosure. People want to come inside. Oh man. I legit, I have no idea. Go ahead and make sure that we've got keepers coming over here. I feel like we need to hire another keeper. Or two, perhaps. We've got the money for it. Let's go ahead and get some staff. Keepers are assigned. We need some more in America's West. Get you America's West. And we'll get someone from America's East. Get a keeper. Drop you down over here. And let's get you set to America's East. There we go. Might need to get even more. Okay, hopefully I'll take care of these animals. I'll just make this a bit of a priority, please. Okay, seems that I cannot call keepers down to that one. I guess because there's only the one keeper available. Nonetheless, that's fine. That's fine. Inspector, the previous inspector has left. What kind of a rating did we get that time? Another 4-star. Education was low at the time, but I think that's because I completed all this without having added all the education elements and whatnot. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. What is kind of the end of the world is this massive crowd over here that doesn't seem to be able to navigate this path. Let's see. Let's see here. I mean, I can turn it, like, I can add this little space over here. No one seems to be happy here. No, happiness is still okay. That slight adjustment might have actually just fixed everything. Wow. I think that just fixed everything. The congestion is gone. Just by adding that little curve over there. Beautiful. All right, good. Excellent. Excellent. Look at these numbers. Over 2,200 people in here right now. Roaming around, checking out the food, checking out the drinks, checking everything out. All right. I'm feeling real good. Now, unfortunately, the India section has been neglected for so long. It's so quiet. Nothing's happening. But you know what? I think we're going to change that next session, folks. This is where we're going to call it. I am pretty happy with, I'm satisfied with our entrance area. Satisfied with the wolves. I'm satisfied with the tavern. I am not satisfied with Yanasi Plains, the Arctic region. Let's just pretend that doesn't exist for now. There you go. I need to do some work with Yanasi Plains, but first, next session, we're going to take care of the peacock area, and we're going to get the tigers going. I'm going to try and do both next session, folks. So I thank you for your patience. I thank you for understanding. Hopefully it was worth it, right? I'm really happy with this tavern. I think that was worth the effort and the time. And we got people coming through and everything. I think this is pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. And we're almost at 5-star. Almost at 5-star. Folks, this is where we're going to call it a session. I hope you had a good time. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of my channel members and patrons for supporting the channel on a monthly basis. You keep us alive and running smoothly. And a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.